Hello, welcome back. Part 6. Last time I left you with me shaping the handle. So just get a bit of profile shape. I've just spent the last 10 minutes with my slide knife. Remember, keeping it sharp on the strap. I know I keep saying this, but this is how important it is every few minutes. Starting to get the shape you like, it's starting to look a bit elegant. Remember, like an elegant spoon. And the longer the transition lines, the smoother it is, the more elegant it looks. So the big work is done. Remember, nice big long strokes for a clean smooth line. Keep checking the edges, keep checking your profile. Remember, you want it quite symmetrical. Remember, go for the centre ridge. So looking, if you use the tip of the knife and just shave across, you have a constant, as you see a shave coming up, very controlled, very smooth, and look at the smooth line it makes. So do it all along the back of the piece. So shaving down as we go. Sizing with down, so do the other side to match. Remember, the symmetry is beautiful. So keep going. It's quite challenging to do on video, you know. Normally, say you're on your knee or whatever, but I'm conscious about you being able to see the process. But I think you're getting a general idea. So I have to shave up to that centre line, remember. So it's important to keep your lines on there because I think it gives for an elegant shape. And the bigger, the longer the shaves you can do. See the roll of what you have there, the bigger, longer shaves you can do, the neater the line, the less sanding you will need to do. A bit like the back of the spoon, you'll be left with just some marks. It's up to you how much of them you want to leave on it, because it adds to the character. But the smoother, the longer the cuts. In the end, do the traditional whittling cuts. So nice and long, keep the blade fairly flat. Move along the surface, not taking off much wood, just cleaning up the cuts you've already done. And you see the lines, just get them the same both sides. You see that one, hardly anything up to a couple of millimeters, so let's just clean this up the back to do it. And same this side. Try and get both sides of the spoon looking the same. I'm going to focus on the back of the spoon, but my thing, I think the back of the spoon is equally as important to get right as the front of the spoon. It's something you should be proud of. Try, you know, that's what handcrafted is all about. I think we're almost there, a little bit more. Okay, remember, it's all how to get comfortable how you hold the piece. Use your advantage. Sometimes you need to hold it up here, something move it there, other times, but always keep your fingers well away from the knife blade for obvious reasons. And every now and then, when you think you're almost done, just have a look yourself, what you like. I quite like the profile. It's interesting. It can be a nice flat surface for me to decorate later date. I think it needs a bit more. Let's move this ridge by here. Remember, long, elegant. Remember, this is now become the weak point of the knife. Don't put too much pressure on there, but at least all the grains of the wood are still flowing up through, so it's holding it nice and firm. But I think we'll take a little bit more off the back. So remember, always cut down. You see what happens there. If I start cutting it up, the knife gets embedded in the wood, and that's just going to dig in. So reverse a piece, take it down, take a little bit more off. That's the kind of shape we're going for. I think let's just put that angle back in, the bits we removed. Draw your centre line back in if you wish to keep it symmetrical, but I don't think I need to for now. You can't see this. I'll put it down on my knee occasionally, I'm sorry. Just to get. You want it starting to look quite good. So let's just clear up this transition a bit. Remember I said it's more of a rotating, using a knife blade just to take off some of these shaves. Remember, the cleaner you can get it, the less sanding to do. the better. I mean, if you can, one day you want to try to get to a stage where you don't need to sand. Having a knife finish spoon is where everyone needs to get to. I would still struggle with doing that, to be honest with you, but always worth a go. Just taking these chips off. Keep looking where you're going. I'll be happy. I think so. And there you go. I think it's a little bit more work cleaning them up. Remember, symmetry is important on that side, so keep looking. I think a bit more off here. Always helps if you close one eye as well, remember? And just have a quick check. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that we're a bit more off here. I think over a bit more down. Keep moving the piece, keep shaving the knife, keep looking at all the angles. Is it all straight? Is it all symmetrical? I think it is. Now, there is a near enough finished spoon, and you see the whole thing's probably taken me about 30 minutes. Big pile of shavings, always good. What you can do before you're ready to sand, just go over and check any more bits you need to take off. So the rough edge you can still just shave off a little bit, make it easier for your sanding. Not really cutting, not shaping the knife anymore, you're just finishing off. So little strokes, shave across. And the bowl of the spoon, which we did earlier, if you look, it's still got quite a big lip on it. So you can use the very tip of the knife, if you're careful, as you can see this, just to take that off back to the edge, following it around, taking a little scoop off, using the profile of the knife just to go around and around. Just take a little bit more off. You're very careful of this. Again, reverse it. Remember, always cutting down. Just trying to take that off. Just take a little edge off you cut. Take your time doing this, obviously, because you don't want to dig into the wood. There's one lump there I'd like to take out. And it's your time again. If you see any bits you've missed, go back to your hook knife and just very gently, remember, cutting down, just take off. Just take any bits off, use the profile of the knife just to gently come to the edge. We're always cutting down so you don't dig in, just to clean it up a bit prior to sanding. And then you're left with your finished spoon design. Quite happy with it. It's okay. I want to do some sort of decoration on here, undecided, maybe some flowers or some lines. Might do some wood burn into it, might do some colours in, which you can see from my previous spoon. So all is left to do here now is just to sand her off. I could spend another half hour with a very sharp knife blade, again just shaving the top of the wood, trying to get that knife finish if you like. But see, if you're happy with the shape, it's easier to start going through the sandpapers. I might do a video on sanding, but sanding is just that. I mean, do you really need to be sure how to sand? Remember, if you do though, I've given you I think 4 different grits of sandpaper. Start off with the lowest number grit, which I think is a 150 grit. Just trying to see whether I have some around here, which I don't for now. But so start off the 150 grit, get your shape. So but if you and it up and always sand with the grain. When you're happy with one grit, you've got the shape. Go down to the next highest grit, so the 240, I think it is in that kit. Again, sand down, always with the grain, into the bowl. Next grit, finish off with a 400 grit, and you have a very smooth, very finished piece, ready for staining or decorating. I think the next video I'll do will be after the sanding, probably show you how to do some decoration to your spoon, and then finish up the wax. So, hope you're happy with it, and enjoy. Thank you. Goodbye.